Stowe. Commissioner Taylor.
Here.
Commissioner Spitz is absent with notice. Commissioner Powell.
Here.
Commissioner Gingell is absent with notice. Commissioner Lutz.
Here.
Your phone.
All right. Thank you. Please join me in rising for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our first order of business is approving the minutes from January 13th. I have a motion from Commissioner Gershenson and support from Commissioner Taylor. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Our minutes are approved. Next is approving the agenda. I have a motion by Commissioner Taylor and support from Commissioner Gershenson. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Our agenda is approved. There are 6 items under communications. An update regarding Legionella, the Haven Quarter 1 report, the Youth Assistance 4th Quarter report, the Pet Shelter December 2025 report, an exception to the board rules, a grant application to Metro Solutions for the 2026 Southeast Michigan Perinatal Quality Improvement Coalition. That's an exception due to our dates and timing. The last item under communications is a grant application amendment to the 2026 Operation Drive program from the State Court Administrative Office, and that's because we received additional monies. Any comments or questions under communications? Do you want to prompt the vote on this? Or you want to roll call?
We can do voice vote if you'd like. I just don't have a motion in a second.
Okay. All in favor of approving the communications, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, communications are approved.
Do
We still
have
need a motion?
Yeah, we still need a motion in a second.
That was Commissioner Taylor and Commissioner Gershenson.
Taylor version.
Our next 4 items are from Health and Human Services. So again, more housekeeping items. The first is a grant application to the Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy Water Resource Division for the 2026-27 Inland Lake Beach Monitoring Program. The next 3 are amendments. The first amendment is for the Lead Hazard Control Community Development Program. The second amendment is for Emergency Threats Local Health Department Agreement. And the last amendment is with OCHN for the Substance Use Disorder Prevention Service Program. And who's here? Oh, we have Kyle and Kate here to talk about these items. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I always miss my cue though and start too early, so I was just waiting patiently. Shall we start with which one is first on the agenda? The EAGLE grant, the beach monitoring grant. And so this is our request to apply for our annual grant funding, which is, I know you're all familiar with our beach monitoring grant. And so again, we're requesting from EAGLE $101,306. And there's no county match for this funding, just as a side point. And most of this funding goes to pay for our student sanitarians that work throughout the summer that do the actual beach monitoring themselves. And it works in conjunction with the QPCR monitoring grant that I spoke about at the last meeting, which is where we look for the source of the E. coli. So these 2 grants work in conjunction with each other. Questions about the EAGLE grant, beach monitoring?
Oh, we're ready to move on to the next item.
Okay, Regional Lab ELC funding. And so again, this is funding that we typically receive annually, and we're receiving extra money now. So this is an amendment to receive additional $495,000, which is specifically going for instrumentation. So we're looking for 2 microscopes, a new analyzer for partial chemical testing in the water, a new T-spot analyzer, which is for tuberculosis testing. That one's very exciting because that testing is very expensive when we do it when we outsource that. And just supplies and reagents for those machines. And so the state is is willing to give us an additional $495,000 for our laboratory. Any questions?
Ready for the next item.
All right, thank you. Next, again, is an amendment to our ongoing funding that we received from Oakland Community Health Network for the substance use disorder grant. And again, this is $180,000 budget. Most of it is OCHN. It's 163 from OCHN with a small match from us, which is 16,000. And this is again looking at substance use prevention education in middle school youth for tobacco and vaping. And it pays for 2 full-time health educators, continued staffing from the previous year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kyle, is there anything you want to say about 8B?
Yeah, we have Curtis Smith with us as well, so I'll let
Hi,
him,
Curtis.
he's the grant manager for this, and he can explain the amendment that's under consideration.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. So item 8B is an amendment to a grant that the Oakland County Health and Human Services received for the abatement of lead hazards in Medicaid CHIP enrolled families, including children and pregnant women. So this grant was approved by the BOC on December 11th. And this amendment is to add additional staff from Neighborhood Housing Development so that we can facilitate the lead abatement in homes in Oakland County. And we added some positions. This is a unique partnership between Health and Human Services, the Health Department, and Neighborhood Housing Development to abate lead in homes in Oakland County. So there is no change in the grant. It's just a realignment of the salaries and fringes, and that line item remained the same. So that's what this amendment is.
Thank you. I know each community is going about removing the lead pipe, so I'm glad to hear we're making a difference in our communities. Any questions about the Health and Human Services recommendations? Would you comfortable?
Two 5 yeas and 0 nays.
All right, motion carries. Thanks for us.
Thank you.
Our next item is a circuit court recommendation. There's one item, a request for supplemental funding for the adult treatment court program. Who would like to make a motion? I have a motion by Commissioner Taylor and support from Commissioner Gershenson, and we have Chris Bujak here to talk about this program.
Hi, everybody. Chris Bujak, I'm the court business manager for circuit and for probate courts. Our adult treatment court program has been around as long as I've worked for the county, 28 years. And when it was in its inception years ago, I remember 30 participants was a big crowd, right? That was a lot of people to have in our program. I'm happy to say that we just graduated 22 people just last month in January. Our numbers still stand even with those new graduates at 103 active participants in the program, and we're accepting, we have 4 more ready to come in this week. We've been averaging about 110 participants, and that number has been steadily increasing. Last year it was an average of 103 participants, so we continually are going up. Our funding was reduced slightly from SCAO, but more importantly, you may recall from the budget discussions over the summer, OCHN lost grant funding. And that grant funding partially offset some of the expenses that we had with our liaison that helps, 2 liaisons that help support the program. When they lost that funding last year, we lost one of our liaisons. And they've also told us that there are increases that they need us to start paying more in general. So I'm here to ask for some emergency funding. We did not get everything we asked for from SCAO, although we do intend to ask at mid-year point for additional funding. We this program saves the county money. I think everybody probably has been around long enough that they know about this program, but our current rate over at the jail, and I see Gail just came in, but it's about $168, I think, a day was the published rate. And so if we have our 119 participants, that's roughly $6 million a year that the county would have to spend on incarceration expenses for those individuals if they, and the majority of them would be in jail if it weren't for this program. More than 65% of our participants are OUIL3s, which would be in jail. And it's our hope that with the supplemental funding, the emergency funding, we can continue the program and not have to reduce our size and continue to take people without a limit this year. We do plan in the budget process, working with our fiscal partners, to try and identify how we will handle this next year, because the current climate does not necessarily mean there is any additional grant funding out there for us next year. So we do know we have to address this for a long-term solution.
Thank you. And the liaison does make a difference in the lives of the person served and
Absolutely.
in the final budget. Any questions regarding this item? Would you prompt the vote, please?
You have 5 yeas and 0 nays.
Motion carries, thank you. The next two items are from the Sheriff's Office. One is a grant application and one is a grant acceptance. The application is to the Michigan Department of Natural Resources for the 2026 Marine Safety Program. And the grant acceptance is from the Michigan Commission on Law Enforcement Standards for the 26th Continuing Professional Education Program for the Sheriff and Prosecutor's Office. I have a motion by Commissioner Powell. I have support from Commissioner Gershenson. So, welcome to you both.
Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Yes, y'all are troopers today. Okay, so our first item is an interlocal agreement with OCHN. It continues funding for the threat assessment team and continues funding through March of 2027. It's $259,205.
Under communications.
Did it get moved?
Yeah, Katie
Oh.
told me to move that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, my agenda then didn't get updated, so
We went to marine safety.
Okay. All right, so we're marine safety then. This is our annual application for marine safety. As you know, we always apply for as much as we can that we're eligible for. This year, that amount is $913,853. Unfortunately, our awards usually come in much lower than that. For example, last year we got $176,000. So we'll be back obviously when we get the award to get your acceptance. And then the next item is a grant acceptance from the Michigan Commission on Law Enforcement Standards. It's for 2026 Continuing Education Program. If you recall, this is a new program that was started a couple years ago for required training. We're gonna get $627,000 between the Sheriff's Office and the prosecuting attorney. It's for 8 hours of MCOLS training and then 16 hours of agency training that we decide to do for our in-service training.
Thank you. Any questions? Commissioner Erickson Galt?
Thank you, Chair. How much did you get in marine safety funding last year?
$176,000?
Oh, so they gave you exactly the same amount?
No, that was the example that we got. So this is the application.
Oh, I'm sorry,
So
I'm
we're
sorry,
applying for over
confused.
900,000
Okay.
and then that's just to show you a reference that don't expect to get 900,000
Got it. Sorry, thank you for,
Yeah, they'll come in much less.
my brain, the food hasn't kicked in yet, my brain's.
I was gonna present an additional item, so I get it.
Any other questions? Would you prompt the vote, please?
That's A&B, right? Great job. Getting us up out of here. Say 15 minutes.
5 yeas and 0 nays.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad I could be of help.
We-
Getting up on your hands.
Thank you, everyone.
That was nice seeing you. We'll have conversations later.
I will be here.
Arrived at public comment. Is there anyone from the public wishing to comment to the Public Health and Safety Committee meeting today? Seeing none, public comment is closed. There is no other business to come before this meeting, and we are adjourned at 1:32. You are a superstar.